Hi, welcome to my level design for the level design module assignment. I wanted to start out first by showing the layout of my map, or my level should I say. Mainly because I was watching a GDC talk by Claire Hosking on architectural city layout a while ago, and I tried to stick to the Mississauga city layout. I will attach a picture, hopefully, if I remember, in editing to show which city layout I'm talking about. But I kept to this design simply because it's easier to build more than anything, and it's a way of keeping my level nice and simple. The reason I wanted to keep things simple is because of a different GDC talk by Seth Marinello, where he goes over multiplayer and single player game design and level design specifically, and trying to keep things simple to avoid confusing the player. So at the beginning of my level, the intention is for you to come out of this archway here, which currently isn't visible because of shadows, but it will be like a sewer system with metal bars coming down and a gate. The screen will be black, and you'll hear footsteps wading through the water, the sound of a gate opening and closing behind you and then locking. So you'll start facing in this direction. With that black screen, there will be text stating the story, which is that you are being chased by bounty hunters. You have a bounty on your head and they are close behind. You got a call from a friend saying to meet them at the bank where they will rendezvous and take you to safety. So we head up these stairs. Immediately we've got some height variation present, and up this little tight staircase here. You can take a walk around to the rest and you'll very quickly realise that there's no other direction you can go. But immediately we have some framing of the bank that you're supposed to go to. This is using framing, the technique described by Game Design with Michael in multiple videos that I will have linked in the description below. Alongside this, we also have a light in this window, which is foreshadowing that's going to be important in some way. But the only other thing would be this doorway. The lights are currently off, and as you approach, it says that the building power is off. This is signalling an affordance from later on, because I'm saying that the door cannot be opened at the moment. It means that it will be openable in the future. But with every other path blocked off, the player should, in theory, see this red light and be interested in exploring in that direction. When the level is fleshed out, you will not be able to drop off here, but you will still be able to go down via this staircase. But if the player does decide to go this way, they will be met by a door that is blocked from the other side. So again, this is affording that you'll be able to open this hopefully in the future. We'll make our way back up the stairs and again follow the path. The only way around is to go through this alleyway. There will be a window here with light shining to draw the eye more clearly, because I understand that this is quite dark at the moment. These are intended to be gardens of the blocks of flats or houses that are around them, and I'll be using solar lights to guide the way through. And these gaps will either be broken down fences or gates between alleyways and the gardens themselves. This is a little bit of a zigzagging here and leads straight away to the next section of framing, where the player, the second they come around this corner, will see the red light from before, and they know that is exactly where they want to be going. But also, as they come out, they'll also see the weenie, the landmarking bank building in the distance, just reminding them that is their end goal. And we've got another affordance here of the wood step across to get into this building, and I'm using light here to guide the player in this direction so that they know to immediately U-turn. When you get in here, there's nothing to do except go over here where there is one switch out of place, and currently it says press E to enable the power, and you press E and it will switch the power grid on for that building. I haven't got the text here yet, but it should say press E to open the door, and when you do, the door will open and the player will step out and immediately be greeted by the light of the building that was previously offline will now be online. Again, the player can look around, but there is nowhere to go except up the staircase, which, because they've just seen the building's power on, they should know immediately to go in that direction. I've made it so that when you're coming from this direction, it feels natural to walk to the opposite doorway. And the reason I've done that is to try and get the player to walk in that direction. There will be clutter and internal stuff in here when it's detailed, but the player should come here and find that they are not able to pass, but they can still see the bank, which will cause them to turn around and see the staircase that would be partially hidden by any props and assets that are in this area. But coming up the stairs, they'll see the light that they saw earlier on in the level, and it will guide them outside. And from here, they can make their way directly to the bank. All of the alleyways and such will be blocked off in multiple different methods, whether it be fences or fallen trees or anything. And as the player approaches the bank, the game will exit at the moment. There's a surprise ending that I want to keep a surprise until people actually get to see it in my assignment, my second assignment. But I have used multiple techniques of framing, height variation, zigzagging. I've used player guidance with lighting, affordances, signaling, and so on. All of the references will be in the description of this video. Thank you for watching.